The year is 2552. The Covenant launches an assault on an insurrectionist outpost on Madrigal, leaving only teenager Quan Ha alive. Spartan Unit Team, led by Master Chief Petty Officer John 117, arrives and intervenes. Inside a nearby cave system, John discovers a Forerunner keystone that reacts to his touch, unlocking some of his sealed childhood memories. A Covenant elite witness reports this to the Prophet of Mercy on High Charity. Meanwhile, on Reach, Dr. Catherine Halsey faces off against Admiral Parangoski regarding her work on Cortana, an AI based on brain patterns. When Quan refuses to cooperate with the UNSC, John is ordered to execute her. However, he defies the order and earns Quan's trust by showing vulnerability. Captain Jacob Keyes attempts to arrest John, but John touches the keystone again, disrupting power in the base and allowing him to escape with the girl. This reveals John's past connection to the keystone, hinting at deeper mysteries surrounding his past. In a flashback, a young John encounters Soren, a fellow Spartan, fleeing and chooses to let him escape. In the present, John takes Quan and the keystone to the rubble, an insurrectionist stronghold within broken asteroids. There, they meet Soren, now a leader among the insurrectionists. On Reach, Halsey faces scrutiny over John's actions, but assures a solution is in the works. Captain Keyes sends Silver Team to retrieve John, the keystone, and Quan. At High Charity, the surviving Covenant elite informs the Prophets and Makey, a human under their care, about John activating the relic. Makey insists she can retrieve the keystone herself, despite reservations from the Prophet of Mercy. Back on the rubble, Soren introduces John to Reth, a disturbed hermit with knowledge about the Covenant. Reeth forces John to reveal his ability to activate the keystone and hints at its connection to a powerful alien weapon. Shaken, John leaves Quan with Soren and surrenders to Silver Team. Halsey consoles him, offering the promise of a fresh start. In a flashback, a young Makey is discovered and inadvertently saved from Covenant torture by a Forerunner device reacting to her presence. In the present, Makey orchestrates a raid on a UNSC corvette to locate the Madrigal keystone, but finds its data erased. She heads to Madrigal, leaving behind transmissions of her orders. On the rubble, Quan persuades Soren to take her to Madrigal to join loyalist insurrectionists, offering deuterium as payment. Meanwhile, on Reach, Parangoski orders Miranda Keyes to study the keystone without Halsey's knowledge. Halsey completes Cortana's creation, using a live clone of herself and implanting the AI into John's brain via a neural implant. Cortana assists John in removing a pellet suppressing his emotions. John explores Reach's cityscape, triggering memories of his parents and sketches of the Madrigal keystone and another counterpart. Convinced the second keystone is on Eridanus II, John and Halsey journey there to investigate. On Reach, Kai 125 and Miranda analyze the Madrigal keystone, discovering its connection to the Covenant's halo, a sacred ring. On Madrigal, Quan finds her father's allies unwilling to aid her due to fear of the Covenant and the new UNSC-supported governor, Vinsher Grath. Soren's ship is seized, prompting Quan to seek help from her aunt, who suggests a mystical tribe might hold answers. Meanwhile, Soren and Quan evade Grath's forces and head to the spaceport for escape. On Eridanus II, John Halsey and Cortana explore John's childhood home, uncovering drawings of Forerunner keystones. Cortana helps recreate John's memories, leading to recollections of the second keystone's location and his past with Halsey and his parents. On Madrigal, Quan escapes from Soren's captivity, stealing his pistol and vehicle. Meanwhile, on Eridanus II, the UNSC prepares to secure the keystone but inadvertently triggers its energy release, alerting Makey and the Covenant to its location. As John grapples with his past, he touches the keystone and vividly recalls being abducted by Halsey and ONI as a child. In a fit of rage, he attempts to attack Halsey, only to be subdued by Cortana. As John recovers, a Covenant corvette arrives and launches a surprise assault. Despite Silver Team's efforts, the UNSC suffers heavy losses, with Kai sustaining severe injuries. The Covenant successfully retrieve the keystone and retreat, leaving behind a drop pod containing Makey as they escape the planet. The surviving UNSC forces return to Reach, bringing Makey into custody. Despite her claims of being a Covenant prisoner, the UNSC remains skeptical, as the Covenant typically do not take human captives. During John's interrogation of Makey, she reveals that they both possess the ability to activate Forerunner technology and suggests the location of the second keystone on the Covenant Holy Planet in the Asperos star system. Following their removal of emotional suppressors, John and Kai exhibit concerning behavior, leading to Parangoski replacing Halsey with Miranda as the head of all ongoing ONI project. During a confrontation with Halsey, John learns the grim truth behind the Spartan 2 program. Children were kidnapped and conscripted as super soldiers, with terminally ill clones used as decoys and subjected to dangerous augmentations. John shares this revelation with a recovering Kai. Despite warnings about the potential risks, John tests the Madrigal keystone once more, triggering simultaneous arrhythmias and seizures in himself and Makey. They share a vision of being on a Halo ring world together, hinting at deeper connections to the Forerunner technology. As Soren resumes space piracy in the rubble, Quan embarks on a journey into Madrigal's deserts to seek answers from a reclusive tribe of mystic nomads about her family's true purpose. The mystics reveal that Quan's ancestors were tasked by a Forerunner AI with guarding a portal on Madrigal. Guided by a vision, Quan returns to her father's outpost, where she is reunited with Soren, who vowed to protect her on John's behalf. Facing off against Vinsher Grath and his troops, who seek Quan's demise, she chooses to fight despite being outnumbered. While Soren holds off Grath's forces, Quan detonates the outpost's fuel supply with a gun left behind by John during the Covenant attack. The explosion eliminates Grath and his men. Quan then honors her deal with Soren using recovered supplies, and they part ways amicably. Determined to fulfill her destiny as the portal's guardian, Quan sets off to continue her quest. As John begins to see Makey as a potential ally after their shared visions of Halo, he convinces the UNSC to let her test the keystone under Miranda's supervision, despite lingering doubts about her loyalty. During this time, John and Makey develop a closer bond, leading to a romantic encounter that prompts Makey to question her allegiance to the Covenant. However, Halsey initiates protocols to disable communications within the UNSC base and orders Spartans Riz and Vanek to capture John, Makey, and the Keystone. Cortana intervenes at the last moment, warning John of the impending danger. In the ensuing chaos, Riz and Vanek confront John, and Miranda uncovers evidence of Makey's involvement in the attack on the UNSC corvette. As UNSC troopers restrain Makey, triggering traumatic memories from her past, she reaffirms her loyalty to the Covenant. Freeing herself, Make touches the keystone, causing shockwaves throughout the base. Before parting ways with John via a shared vision, Make bids her farewells. As Makey escapes Reach, Silver Team faces a standoff that is resolved when Captain Keyes arrives and exposes the truth about the Spartan 2 program to Vanek and Riz. Meanwhile, Kai aids in apprehending Halsey, only to discover that the captured Halsey is a Flash clone, and the real Halsey has slipped away unnoticed. With Cortana's assistance, John determines the location of Reyes Kotska and leads Silver Team on a mission to retrieve the Forerunner Keystone. Upon arrival, they engage Covenant forces, but John becomes overwhelmed. Makey intervenes, activating the Keystones to create a blast that saves John but inadvertently locks him into stasis. Despite John's attempts to reason with Makey through a shared vision, Kai is forced to shoot Makey to shut down the Keystone before it reveals the location of Halo. In the ensuing chaos, John appears to suffer a fatal blow, prompting Cortana to take control and orchestrate their escape with both Keystones. As they depart, Kai questions John if it is really him behind the helmet, but he only glances at her, wordlessly.